Hello, I'm Anatole, and this is my review of The Sopranos Season 1, Episode 2, titled 46 Long, and it scored 8.6 on IMDb. And the significance of the title is that is a men's jacket size, and that ties in with the plot because Christopher's friend or gangster colleague organizes a couple of heists on clothes being shipped, which gets him into trouble with Dominic Cherise's character, Junior Soprano. But one thing I wanted to point out about the episode is that because this was filmed, I think, a year after the pilot, David Chase learned that the actress playing Livia, who was, because she has passed away, Nancy Marchand, was sick with cancer, I believe. He changed the story regarding Tony and his mom. And while this is a spoiler review, in that I will spoil the episode, I will not spoil anything that happens further on in the season in case there's someone who's never watched the show and is watching this review as they watch the show. However, and this will not spoil anything, the story between Tony and his mom was changed significantly because Nancy Marchand was ill with cancer. And so that produces, you can start to see that effect in this episode. And the relationship between Tony and his mom cannot be understated. It's significant throughout the run of the show. So that's something to point out. Another thing I wanted to point out is I had forgotten how, I knew it was a really well-written show because I've seen everything up to the last 5 episodes of the show. It's a story. But I remember it's one of my favorite. I knew the writing was one of it was one of the best written shows of all time. I forgot how smart it was and how culturally attuned it was. I counted 5 or 6 really clever cultural references in this episode. The Rockford Files is one. There are a number of other references in the show, and it's easy to regard a genre like crime as being low rent. It has been regarded that as such for a long time. So the tendency, I think, as a showrunner or writer would be to soft sell the material and not write above your weight. But the writers are not doing that. The appearance by Martin Scorsese with the joke from Christopher about a film that I think many people haven't seen from Scorsese, Kundun, that's punching above your weight, and a number of other cultural references. So that really struck me. And then the humor. I knew it was a funny show, but this episode, the humor is really strong. You get the 1, 2, 3 setup of the character who's struggling with the telephone, the guy working in the Bada Bing. I see my time is up, so I hope you enjoyed my review and that you enjoyed this episode of Sopranos. That's all for now. Take care and be well.